Chapter 4, lesson by lesson review. I'm doing the even problems just to kind of give a different approach to stuff. Okay, number 10, slope-intercept form. The slope equals 3 and the y-intercept equals 5. You simply construct, we're using y equals mx plus b. So m equals 3 and b equals 5. So we just plug the numbers into the equation. And then to graph it, the y-intercept is 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. So b is the y value when x is 0. And then we can count the slope 1 over and up 3, 1, 2, 3, and there's a dot. And I can go down 3 and 1 to the left. There's a dot, down 3 and 1 to the left, down 3 and 1 to the left. So in other words, 3 over 1 equals negative 3 over negative 1. So I can go down 3 and over 1, and I can still maintain the slope. Draw a line through them, and I'm finished. Okay, 12. Slope is 2/3, y-intercept is 3. So y equals 2/3 plus 3. I count up 3. The y-intercept is 3, so I go on the y-axis. Here's the y-axis right here. Here's the x-axis. I go on the y-axis. I count up 3 right here. There's a point on the. Now this point is on the line. Now if I count in the ratio of the slope, 3 over, 1, 2, 3, and 2 up. There's another point on the line. 3 over and 2 up. Another point on the line. 3 over and 2 up. Another point on the line. And 2/3 equals negative 2 over negative 3. So I can go down 2 and 3 to the left, down 2 and 3 to the left, down 2 and 3 to the left. Draw my line through those points. 14, I think it's just, 14 is simply, here, I think I just put to graph it. Let me go back to 14 real quick. Yeah, it just says graph it. So 4x minus 2. The y-intercept is negative 2. The slope is 4. Up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, and over 1. And 4 over 1 equals negative 4 over negative 1. So I can go down 4 and 1 to the left, down 4 and 1 to the left, and then draw my line through my points. 16, graph the equation. 1/2 x plus 1. Y-intercept is 1. The slope is 1 over 2. 2 to the right and up 1. 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 And I can go down 1 and 2 to the left, down 1 and 2 to the left, down 1 and 2 to the left, and keep getting points on the line, and then draw the line through those points. Okay, 18. Ski rental. Write an equation slope-intercept form for the total cost of skiing for 8 hours with 1 lift ticket. Well, the lift ticket covers you for all day. Okay? So you're finding the cost for 1 day. So 15, you pay 15 just to get on the slope. So that's the y-intercept. That's B. That's your starting point. And then for every hour that you have skis, you pay $5. So that's M. That's your rate. So the total cost, y, equals 15 plus 5h. 20. Write an equation of a line that passes through the given point and has the given slope in slope-intercept form. Okay, slope-intercept form. So 20, the point is negative 2, negative 6, and the slope that's given is negative 4. So I label the points x sub 1, y sub 1, and I use point slope form. So I do y minus y1, negative 6, equals m, negative 4 times x minus 2. Okay, clean up the parentheses. I got y plus 6 equals negative 4 times the quantity x minus 2. Distribute. Y plus 6 equals negative 4x plus 8. And I isolate the y with reciprocal operations. I subtract 6 from both sides. I get y equals negative 4x plus 2. That's the answer. Okay, 22, same thing. So I'm going to use point slope form again to get to slope-intercept form. So y minus negative 2 equals negative 3 times x minus 5. Distribute y plus 2 and clean up the left side. Y plus 2 equals negative 3x plus 5/3. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y equals negative 3x plus 5/3 minus 6/3, which is the same as negative 2. And I get negative y equals negative 3x minus 1/3. Okay, 24, slope-intercept form. And now I've got 2 points, so I have to calculate the slope. And so it's y sub 2 minus y sub 1, 13 minus 3 over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, 1 minus negative 4. And that gives me 10 over 5, which is 2. So the slope is 2. Now I just use one of the points, and I'll use x sub 2 and y sub 2. So y minus 13 equals 2. I could use the other point, and that would be just as, I would still get the right answer. Y minus 13 equals 2 times x minus 1. Y minus 13 equals 2x minus 2. Add 13 to both sides. Y equals 2x plus 11. 26, same thing. So y sub 2 minus y sub 1, 2 minus 4, over x sub 2 minus x sub 1, 7 minus 2. Negative 2 over 5 is the slope, and I'll use 2 comma 4. I'm sorry, I'll use 7 and comma 2. So y minus 2 equals negative 2/5 times x minus 7. Distribute. Y minus 2 equals negative 2/5 x plus 14 over 5. Add 2 to both sides. Y minus 2/5 x plus 14 over 5 plus 10 over 5, which is the same as 2. Combine these two fractions because they have the same denominator. Y equals negative 5th x plus 24 over 5. Point slope form. I'm going to leave my answer in point slope form. So they give me a point and they give me a slope. And the model is y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1, quantity x minus x1. So I plug in the point, y minus 3 equals 5 times x minus 6, and that's it. Stop. Don't change it. Don't convert it to slope-intercept or anything like that. This is the answer for point slope form. Now, normally we don't leave it there. We'll go either the standard form or slope-intercept form, but this is what they wanted, so that's what we're going to give them. Here's another one. They want point slope. Here's the point. Here's the slope. Y minus 2 equals 0 times x minus negative 4 times the quantity. 0 times the quantity, x minus negative 4. Well, the right side is just going to be 0. The left side is y minus 2, and that is point slope form. We leave it there. 32, standard form. AX plus BY equals C. Or A, B, and C are relatively prime integers. That means they have no common factors, and A is positive. A or B can be 0, but not both. Okay, so we start out with y minus 7 equals negative 3x plus 1. Distribute. Y minus 7 equals negative 3x minus 3. Okay, now I've got integers, so I don't have to worry about any fractions or anything. So I add 3x to both sides. I want to get that x over to the left side to get it into standard form. 3x plus y equals minus 7 equals negative 3. Add 7 to both sides. 3x plus y equals 4. Okay, integer. The coefficient of y is 1, of course. Integer. So 3, 1, 4, all integers. There are no common factors other than 1. And the coefficient of x is a is positive. So we're all done. 34. Y minus 9 equals negative 4/5 times x plus 2. Now, we got to put it in standard form, which means that we can't have any fractions as coefficients of these variables, y and x. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply every term by 5. So I get 5 times y is 5y. Negative 9 times 5 is negative 45. And then I multiply on the right side, 5 over 1 times negative 4/5 times x plus 2. The 5's cancel, so I got 5y minus 45 minus 4x minus 8. Add 4x to both sides. 4x plus 5y minus 45 equals negative 8. Add 45 to both sides. So I got 4x plus 5y equals 37. And that is standard form. 36, slope-intercept. Yeah, so we're putting this into y equals mx plus b form. Okay, y minus 12 equals negative 2 times x minus 3. This is what we're given, okay? So eliminate parentheses. Y minus 12 equals negative 2x plus 6. Add 12 to both sides. Y equals negative 2x plus 18. You are done. 38. Slope-intercept form. Y minus 4 equals 1/2 times x plus 2. Distribute. Y minus 4 equals 1/2 x plus 1. Add 4 to both sides. Y equals 1/2 x plus 5. In 40, find a line, find the equation of a line that is parallel to the given equation and runs through the point given, 0, 3. Okay, so the line we're given is y equals 3x plus 5. Well, lines that are parallel have the same slope and different y-intercepts. So the slope that we're going to use on our new line is going to be 3, and it's going to go through 0, 3. So we'll use point slope. Y minus 3 equals 3, that's the slope right here, times x minus 0, or just x. Y minus 3 equals 3x, add 3 to both sides. Y equals 3x plus 3. 42. Another parallel, we got to find another parallel line that passes through the, find another line that passes through negative 5, negative 2, and is parallel to negative 1/2 x plus 4. So the slope that we got to use has got to be the same slope as the given line, negative 1/2, so the lines are parallel. And we're going to use point slope form. Y minus negative 2 equals negative 1/2 times x minus negative 5. Y plus 2 equals negative 1/2 times x plus 5. Y plus 2 equals negative 1/2 x minus 5 over 2. Subtract 2 from both sides. Y equals negative 1/2 x minus 5 halves minus 4 halves, which is the same as 2. Combine negative 5 halves with negative 4 halves. Y equals negative 1/2 x minus 9 over 2. 44. Perpendicular. Find a line that's perpendicular to the given line and passes through the given point, 1, 3. Okay, the line is y equals negative 2x minus 4. Okay, so we take the negative inverse, so negative 1 over the given slope, negative 1 over negative 2, which is 1/2. Okay, 1/2 times negative 2 is negative 1, just to check. So the slope we're going to use is 1/2. So if we use point slope form, y minus 3 equals 1/2 times x minus 1. Y minus 3 equals 1/2 x minus 1/2. Add 3 to both sides. Y equals 1/2 x minus 1/2 plus 6 halves, which is 3. Combine the negative 1/2 and the 6 halves, and we get y equals 1/2 x plus 5 halves. 46. What are we supposed to do in 46? Let's see. Perpendicular. Okay. Goes through point 3, 0, is perpendicular to y equals negative 1/2 x. Okay, 1 over negative 1 over negative 1/2 equals 2. 2 over 1 times negative 1/2 equals negative 1. We'll use point slope. Y minus 0 equals 2 times x minus 3. Y equals 2x minus 6. And we're done. Okay, inverses. Inverse of a relation. So here's the original relation, 1, 9, 13, 26, negative 3, 4, and negative 11, negative 2. And we just reverse every ordered pair to get the inverse. 9, 1, 26, 13, 4, negative 3, negative 2, negative 11. And you're done. 54, inverse of another relation, and this time it's in a table. Negative 4, 2.7, negative 1, 3.80, 4.1, 3, 7.2. Just reverse the ordered pairs. 2.7, negative 4. 3.8, negative 1. 4.1, 0. 7.2, 3. And that's it. That's the end of that. 56, inverse of a function. The given function is f of x equals 3x minus 8. First step, substitute y for f of x. Y equals 3x plus 8. Next step, swap x and y. X equals 3x plus 8. Next steps, solve for y. So I want y on the left and I want everything else on the right side. So I'm going to subtract 3y from both sides. I get negative 3y plus x equals 8. Subtract x from both sides because I want y all by itself. Negative 3y equals negative x plus 8. Divide everything by negative 3. Y equals 1/3 x minus 8/3. Finally, substitute the inverse of f of x, the inverse function of x, written by this symbol right here, equals 1/3 x minus 8/3. 58, inverse of a function, f of x equals 1/4 x minus 7. First step, substitute y for f of x. Y equals 1/4 x minus 7. Second step, swap x and y. X equals 1/4 y minus 7. Third step, solve for y. Subtract 1/4 y from both sides. I get negative 1/4 y plus x equals negative 7. Subtract x from both sides. Negative 1/4 y equals negative x minus 7. Next steps, multiply both sides by negative 4. Y equals, so negative 4 times negative x minus 7, which is 4x plus 28. Last step, substitute inverse of f of x symbol for y. So inverse f of x equals 4x plus 28. 60, inverse of a function. F of x equals negative 3x plus 3. First step, substitute y for f of x. Y equals negative 3x plus 3. Second step, swap x and y. X equals negative 3y plus 3. Third step, solve for y. Add 3y to both sides. I get 3y plus x equals 3. Subtract x from both sides. I get 3y equals negative x plus 3. Divide everything by 3. I get y equals negative 3rd x plus 1. And substitute the inverse notation. So the inverse, f of x, equals negative 1/3 x plus 1. And that's it.